So I was at work yesterday and they completely took down all the rugs and everything, and I think we're gonna be painting today. So that's what they're gonna do before putting the floor so that they don't ruin the floor with paint. Most likely gonna have to like take all of this down though if they're gonna paint today. So I think I will do that before they get here. I'm also debating if I want to keep this part of the closet like open so that I have like an open facing shelf, because otherwise like I had like mirror doors here or sliding doors, which kind of hid everything with like all the non-cute things, like non-merchandise things. It was like my packaging stuff or like bubble wrap. So I'm like really debating if I want to just like keep this open or not. So the room is finally done in terms of like the floors and the paint. It took about like a week for them to finish, not only just like my room but also the rest of the floor, which is like 2 other rooms. So we can finally start maybe putting things back together in this room. I'm still like debating if I want to like rearrange things in my room. The shelf that I have is still intact, so I'm like, that's not gonna change. So I don't know. I like the format that I had, but I also feel like it could use a little zhuzhing or like a little newness, just because I feel like I get tired of like the same format sometimes. I say that as if like I'll probably still have the same layout and everything. I'm gonna definitely add a rug and everything because I know it's like contradictory to what we're trying to do with the hardwood floors, but I do love having like a rug to finish the room up. So I'm gonna have like a, I don't know, like maybe like a statement rug. I also want to utilize like the windows more for like filming or like taking photos. So I'm definitely gonna have like the filming parts opposite of the window just so that I can have good lighting and everything. So I have 2 windows, like one up here and then I have one on the side here. So I think it does make sense that my original layout worked, where like I had all my shelves and merchandise on this side so that like my background is my products. But I think I might do a little bit more like decorating for the background just so that I have like more art or like more of my products shown, just so that it looks like more cutesy and more of my brand while I'm like speaking to the camera versus just like a blank wall. So I think next step is just moving back everything into our room, but I think we're gonna give it a day just because the edges are being like sealed right now and it's gonna take a minute for them to dry. So I think tomorrow we're going to put things back together and I'm so excited because I've been working off like my garage or like my bedroom. So it's nice to have like my own space back again. Okay, so change of plans. I thought we would be ready to put things back in my studio, but I feel like it's taking a little bit longer to get the floors done in the second floor of our house, which is our offices and then our bedroom. And right now they're working on our bedroom. So that's why I am sitting on the bed, because we moved the bed to my studio because I think my room has the most sunlight and we wanted to wake up to sunlight. So it just made sense to put the bed here and wake up here rather than a darker room. So yeah, they're working on our bedroom right now. I think it's gonna take like a week or so. And then once that's done, we can put everything back to the way it is. But now that the bed is here, I kind of really enjoy like waking up in a smaller room. This reminds me of when I was growing up, I lived in like a somewhat smaller room than what I have now, and it's just more cozy where like my desk is here, the bed is here, like I did everything in my bedroom. I was definitely a bedroom child more so than a living room child, where I did everything in my room from like just drawing, be on the computer, sleeping. And so it's nice to like kind of get back into that like mentality, that environment. As right now my desk is here too, so I'm doing like my full-time job work here, and then I draw here, and now I'm sleeping here, so it's a nice change of pace sleeping here. But I'm also ready to like just get this bed out of here and have my studio back to the way it was, and like me able to pack orders without having to like go to a different room to find a bunch of different things. I just want everything back in one place. Okay, because it is the holiday season now, I have a few orders to pack, and when I say a few, it's like 3, which I'm always like thankful for getting orders in general, just because I feel like I'm not like the best when it comes to like posting on socials or being consistent on socials. So I'm always like thankful for anyone who buys my stuff and somehow finds me. And while I was packing my order, I was like really reminiscing on like being in my parents' house 5 years ago when I first started this business, and like packing orders in my crampy childhood room, because when I first started it was like COVID and everyone like moved back to their parents' house, and my childhood room was somewhat of a hoarder's room because I feel like I lived in that space for so long, like a kid till high school, college, and so I just kept a lot of things, lots of like school binders, school like awards on my walls or something, like things that I made in like art class or something. So it had all of that. It had my desk, it had my bed, and so there wasn't a lot of room to do my business, I guess. And so it was nice for me to like actually move out and have a dedicated space. But now that I'm back in that kind of like environment-ish, where like my bed is literally right behind me, like my desk is right next to me, like I kind of feel like I'm back in that space. And it was not like in a negative way. It was just like a little bit nostalgic and reminiscent of like when I first started this business and how far we've come. And just the fact that like, I don't know, like it feels like yesterday, but it was also like such a long time ago that I started this business. It was 5 years ago. So I'm just like, damn, like where did the time go? The customer in Canada ordered these 2 shrimp chip items. So they have the shrimp chip pin and then the shrimp chip keychain, which I love. And I feel like these are always like my best sellers, but I haven't sold these in a minute. So I'm excited for this person to have both of my favorite items. Okay guys, it's kind of like embarrassing how messy this room is. I wish I can show you the floor, but it's like a disaster because I've been so busy, you know, prepping for a market, moving things around like throughout the house, on top of like just having a full-time job in general. And it's like a very, very busy time for corporate America right now because everything is wrapping up for the year. And so I've been preoccupied with that, plus like just a lot of like holiday stuff to get ready for. So I haven't had the time to like really furnish my room or even just clean it up in general. But let me show you what it looks like and how I'm going to just fix everything or like put everything. I think what I'm gonna do is put everything back to where it was originally, just so that like I feel a little bit more sane and I don't have to like overthink how I want everything to be placed in a new way, new configuration. But like I really just don't have the time right now to really think about how I actually want my room right now. It may change in a week or two, but I think right now the goal is just to like get back into a more cleaned, organized room. And the only thing that's where it's supposed to be is my desk. They didn't move my shelf, but I think I might just clean this up a little bit. But I needed my desk here this whole time because I needed a place to work while they were working on the hardwood floors in the other rooms. My bed was here for a while. I just got it out because our actual bedroom is finished. So we moved that away. So now we're actually finally in a good place to put everything where it's supposed to be. I also have a bunch of like Christmas gifts in this room because we have a get together later and I didn't want it to be in the Christmas tree just because I feel like it's just gonna take up space when there's like a million people gonna be in the house. Look how like messy all my shelves are because I just kind of like tucked it in while I was moving back, and so now I have the chance to just reorganize things again. And here are the said Christmas gifts that I was talking about earlier. It's just in my room for now. I did have a table like right here for like my drawings or painting or even like taking photography. And I'm gonna bring that back in once Christmas is over because again, all these Christmas gifts are in my room right now and the boxes are from my latest market, which I'm gonna unpack as well. Also, my printers and my silhouette is on the floor because I thought it was easier to just work on the floor at the time, but now I kind of want it back on the shelf.